Kirk Minahan Top 20. It's the Minahan Top 20. He's coming to you every week for some fun with pop culture knowledge that's second to none. Top 20. Top 20. Kirk Minahan's Top 20. He's nationally broadcasting.
All right, it's the captain here, your captain, sailing away with the 20 biggest songs this week in America. The summer, July 14th. The year, of course, 1984. Last week, number 3, Jump, Pointer Sisters. Number 2, Dancing in the Dark, Bruce Springsteen. Number 1, When Doves Cry by Prince. Will the Sisters make a move to number 1? Is it boss time? Or will Prince reign supreme again? There's only one way to find out, dear listeners. Jump on board as we sail away with the 20 biggest songs in the United States of America.
We're starting off with number 20.
Interesting question. Wants to know which non-singer has had the most top 50 albums on Billboard's chart. We'll answer that and some more hits. Once again, as the numbers get smaller, the hits get bigger and bigger. Milton's one and only big winter clearance sale is happening right now. Everything you need for cold winter months ahead, and it's on sale. Tommy Bahama, which I'm wearing a brand new Tommy Bahama shirt right now, Steve. Vineyard Vines, Michael Kors, Ralph Lauren on sale. You'll find great deals on winter coats, sweaters, hoodies, Henleys, also shoes, boots, and slippers from Timberland, Clark's, UGG, all on sale. You want to upgrade your Zoom shirts to look good in those meetings? Or tired of wearing the same jeans and sweaters? Don't miss Milton's big winter clearance sale. And I will tell you this, as a longtime host, as the captain, there's a lot of shows out there that are non-traditional radio, not like this one. And I think the guys from Milton's would understand when a lunatic wants to do something outside the box for a couple of hours on a weird Tuesday night, just to clear his mind from insanity. And they say, you know what? We applaud the artist. So I applaud the place, Milton's, which I love. If you're a fan of the captain and not just the KMS, you go to their stores in South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill. If you want to shop online, go to Miltons.com, check out their sale page for the best deals. At Miltons, you'll be as comfortable in our stores as you'll be in our clothes. South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, or online at Miltons.com. Got to tell you, I saw a fantastic thing on social media today. I don't know if you saw this from a listener, Steve, who had a beautiful paint your life of his doggy. Did you see that?
I did see that. It was very nice.
Very nice. We've got a bunch of, another guy responded to him and said he did the same thing at Paint Your Life. And it looked awesome. Maybe you and Ziggy.
I haven't showed it to Ziggy because he'd be jealous that I haven't already done it. So
he'd be jealous of the painting, or
he'd be jealous of the other dog that has a fine portrait.
Oh, that's true.
He'd be wondering why I'm slacking.
You got to do that. You must have a nice picture of Ziggy, no?
I've got a couple of nice pictures.
Did I not see a Ziggy when we were last on our last trip? Did I not see Ziggy on your saved on your phone as a screensaver?
No, I don't think you did.
When did I see a picture of Ziggy? Did I see some Ziggy photograph?
Oh, they're all over social media.
Oh, is that right? That's what it is. Okay. Well, if you go to paintyourlife.com, you get a top artist, you get that picture done. Boom, bang. Any picture of yourself, your children, pet, special place. You can bind a bunch of photos into one painting. We've seen that. Makes a perfect birthday, anniversary, wedding gift. Valentine's Day is coming up as well. Meaningful, personal, can be cherished forever. Here's what you do. There's no risk at paintyourlife.com. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded. That's a guarantee. And right now is a limited time offer. Get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off. And free shipping. Celebrate this great offer. You text the word Kirk to 64,000. Kirk to 64,000. Text KIRK to 64,000. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most.
It's time for the top 20. Countdown in the 1980s.
Every week, as you know, the captain answers a couple of letters from fans out there. You can all, P.O. Box 01890. Captain's Top 20. We take all these questions all the time. They come in the mail. We get lots of mail, which we love answering. And, oftentimes we'll get the same question from listeners out there. And this week we got the same question from two different people, which I found interesting. One was a 48-year-old man from Quincy, Illinois named John Henry. And then the other one was a 6-year-old girl from Massachusetts named Linda Pizzuti. And they both asked this question. Which non-singer has had the most top 50 albums on the Billboard charts? So we decided to get our team of researchers, the captain's crew, to go take a look, and we found out who it was. And this is not inside baseball, and I know I get accused of this all the time from the listeners, and that's okay. But the answer to the question, the host, the star of the number one television show in America, as everybody knows, my good friend, a man I've traveled with many times. I've opened for him many shows. I've been to parties with. I've drank with. I've had a great time with. My friend, one of the great Americans, Dr. Bill Cosby, has had 10 albums in the top 50 Billboard charts. He had one singing album, 1967, Bill Cosby Sings Silver Throat. But other than that, he's had 10 albums in the top 50. I talk to him all the time. He's my best friend and one of the greatest men I've ever met. I'm thinking of him today, and the captain gives a full captain salute to Dr. Cosby. Now up a spot to 16, 6th week on the chart. Sad songs say so much. When we come back, a couple of big things going to happen here in Kirky's Top 20. The captain. A massive collaboration between two huge superstars in the biggest debut of the week at number 15. And the captain call. Sound the horn. From one captain to another. The captain's call from one man to one woman and one little boy. We'll tell that story and play some hits when we get back. All right, growing up, obviously, cereal is one of the best parts of being a kid. You have to give it up at some point because you realize it's full of sugar and junk that you really shouldn't eat. Now, look, I mean, this is just life. We know we're not 18 years old. We're not college kids anymore, stuffing cereal in our face. You know, those days are over. I'm with you. The world's not perfect. But it's a perfect alternative. It's called Magic Spoon. I had it this morning, by the way. I had the frosted this morning, and it was just as good as the brand you're thinking of right now I'm talking about. I am telling you that is a Kirk Minahan, Captain Kirk promise. You get the cocoa, fruity, the frosted I talked about, blueberry, plus brand new flavors, including peanut butter and cinnamon. Tastes unbelievable. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low in carb, and GMO-free. Here's what you do. You go to magicspoon.com/Kirk to grab a variety pack and try it today. Be sure to use our promo code KIRK to check out and save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That's magicspoon.com/Kirk and use the code Kirk to save $5 off. That's magicspoon.com/Kirk. Code Kirk to save $5 off. You try this yet, Steve?
Yes, I have. It solved the problem. I've been looking for a cereal that wasn't super sugary, and it solves that problem.
Done. I'm telling you this. I can swear by the cocoa and the frosted. I'm sure the other ones are just as good. Magicspoon.com/Kirk. Magicspoon.com/Kirk. Do it today.
It's time for the top 20 countdown in the 1980s.
And debut at number 15 was State of Shock. Now, usually when the captain makes his calls, I read a letter from a fan with a request or a thought or almost a dedication out to somebody out there. Another listener. We know the captain's listeners are all over the place. We have our captain's conferences all the time. We have 6 scheduled this year. The one in Kansas City is just 3 weeks away. I'm looking forward to that. But this is an unusual one. Somebody took the time to record a captain's call. I think this is a first on Kirky's Top 20 here with the captain. So let's take a listen to this, play a song, and then we'll be right back with some of today's biggest hits.
Dear Kirk, I'm an ensign in the U.S. Navy. I love my country and I'm not afraid to die for it. There are things, though, Kirk, things that I was afraid of. I was afraid to never know the bed of a woman. I was afraid I would never experience the feel of ripe, succulent melons, the taste of a warm, dewy, gaping honeypot, the rush of a simultaneous climax. Well, recently I was on shore leave in Rhode Island. I nervously wandered the streets. As I was walking past the dumpsters behind Shaboom's, I saw her. She was a lady of the night. She smiled at me. Her mouth was glistening. She had just finished off a couple of satisfied college boys. I knew right then she would have me. I told her my name, but she just kept calling me Sailor Boy. I told her it was my first time, and a fire sparked in her eyes. She told me that my first time could not be in an alley. She took me to her apartment. Our clothes were off before we could get in the door. Kirk, that woman did things to me that are burned into my soul. Let's just say I put my trumpet in the pink case and the brown case, and she still played it. This is where things get unforgettable. As I was mounting my luscious steed, I noticed a young boy in the bedroom doorway. Kirk, I'd like to tell you that I stopped and closed the door, but when I noticed the boy was aroused and playing his instrument, I began to work harder. I became an animal, or possibly a machine wearing the skin of an animal. When my lady saw her boy in the doorway, she called to him. "Stephen. Little Stephen," she said. "Come here." The little man walked over. "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I said. "A Marine," he said. I told him I was a Navy man, and we shared a smile. Stephen's mom had him kneel down by the bed while we finished our business. I gave him what I had made, and he took down every drop like a good boy. Kirk, I don't know what became of that prostitute and her son Steve, but they changed me. From that day forward, besides serving my country, I made an oath to serve any woman deprived of carnal knowledge. I want them to know how much I appreciate the lessons they taught me. Kirk, could you please play "You're the Inspiration" by Chicago? Sincerely, Ensign Dorian.
I had a chance to talk to the Thompson twins recently about writing this song. Did they know any doctors growing up? They did. An abortion specialist in their neighborhood in the UK. Somebody named Dr. Infatuation. When we get back, we'll hear the top 10 songs in America and some big names. Bruce Springsteen, Duran Duran, Prince, and more. And a letter from a young man who can't see the error of his ways and is seeing less and less of it every day. That and more when we get back.
Now it's time for the top 10 with Kirk.
And Ann Wilson, Heart and Loverboy, combined for Almost Paradise, up a spot to number 7. When we get back, we'll exercise a little self-control, test our reflexes, and try and move our face without any eyes? Closer and closer, number 1, when we get back.
It's time for the top 20. Countdown in the 1980s.
3Chi is the industry leader in Delta-8 THC product. All products are formulated by a biochemist and made in the USA with USA-grown hemp. 3Chi's Delta-8 is a federally legal version of THC and is a more functional alternative to marijuana. Gives an amazing buzz and great body feel with a clearer head, less anxiety, and paranoia. It's available online at 3chi.com. That's the number 3, CHI.com. The number 3, CHI.com, and at retailers around the country. The only thing, this is it. You have to be 21 to purchase, and then it's all yours. This is not CBD. It will give you a buzz, so please use responsibly. Once again, go to 3chi.com to shop for Delta-8 vapes, gummies, and oils that can be used to make homemade edibles. Use code KIRK2021, KIRK2021 at checkout to receive 5% off your order. That's KIRK2021 at checkout to receive 5% off your order. Twitter at 3ChiCBD. Instagram and Facebook are the same handles. Code KIRK2021, 5% off your order, 3chi.com. Trifecta, the best meal prep on earth. All the meal plans are created by chefs and nutritionists to help people get into the best shape of their lives. Makes meal prep not suck. So there you go. It's convenient. You save a bunch of time. You get to stick to your nutritional goals. Precise macros people need to gain, lose weight, and meet those physical goals. All of Trifecta's meals follow scientific nutritional principles. Fresher food, never frozen, organic, gluten-free, animal welfare level 5. That's the top possible level. No wasted time cooking or cleaning. Just eat and get healthy. Vegan, Keaton, and much keto. I was thinking, I'm stuck in the 80s right here. I'm thinking of the Keatons. Alex P. Keaton, Mallory, Jennifer, Andrew is a son, Stephen, and Elise. Not the Keatons. I'm not thinking. And Jay Keaton, by the way. Stephen's dad. A very special episode of Family Ties. Trifecta has an app to keep track of your meals and fitness. Community for Trifecta customers to support your progress. Here's what you do. You shop meal plans, get 40% off meal prep. 40 with code KIRK. TrifectaNutrition.com/KIRK for that exclusive offer. TrifectaNutrition.com/KIRK. 40% off. Go do that right now. air's a little thin as we get closer and closer to the top. Laura Brady getting down 2 spots. I asked her for 6. We do trivia. We do a couple of questions and answers every week. We answer one in the from 20 to 10. We'll do one from 10 to 1. This is a letter from Canorado, Kansas/Colorado, which is interesting. I don't know where that is. I think the great station. I forget. There's a terrific morning host on there. I forget the name of that. I'm sure some of the longtime listeners to the show will be able to dig that one out and find out. This woman's name is Marjorie Egan. She writes, Dear Captain, could you give me a captain salute on my 2 days of I relapsed. Well, you still get a captain salute anyway, Marjorie. She wants to know which artist has had the most top 5 UK hits without hitting the top 5 in the U.S. Well, once again, our team went to work, a little scattering, and they're never wrong, except when they are. And then we corrected, as always. The listeners send us letter after letter after letter when we're wrong, demanding that we're right. And the beauty of living in the world in the year 1984 is once we answer those letters, we never, ever, 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 ever have to deal with these people again. We're done. We send the letters and we're done. You know what? 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 I hope one of these people, this challenger thing I talked about earlier, I hope one of these listeners who sends us these letters, I hope they go on that plane. You know what happens? I hope that plane blows up. Sorry. Captain calm. Captain calm. Anyway, back to the question. The answer is another good friend of mine, someone who I've toured with, hung out with, partied with, and consider one of my great friends, a guy that I have very many similar tastes and interests in. That's the great man, Gary Glitter. He has 10, as we speak now, 10 top 5 UK hits. Not yet found the top 10 in the U.S. His most famous song, of course, at number 7 in the U.S. But no top 5 hits yet for our friend Gary Glitter. Thanks to you, Marjorie. And put down that drink and keep fighting the good fight. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon. Now on to the countdown as we enter. Jumping into Without a Face when we get back. The top 3 songs in America this week. Will there be a new number 1? The 3 songs are the same as last week in the same order. We'll find out. And the captain will answer one more call for a not so little boy with some not so little. With Jump, their 12th week on the charts. So as we read one earlier, well, audio version earlier, but more traditional here is the captain answers the call. Here's a letter from a young listener. He writes, Dear Captain, I'm struggling professionally, personally, physically, mentally, intellectually, in every way. I'm a 0. I'm not funny. My friends aren't funny. My life isn't funny. The only joy I get is the 2 hours I listen to the captain every week. Spin the hits from 20 to 1. But to be honest, I'm much more of a 20 than a 1. Let me tell you why. I had it all. I was a sidekick on a huge, popular radio show. But because of my mental disabilities and illness, I had to leave. So now, I make tapes in my home and drop the tapes off one by one to the 14 people who pay me $1 a week to listen to the show. Physically, my weight's more than ever. I can't walk now. I can barely move. Diabetes has ravaged me from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. I found out that my grandmother has breast cancer, not a big deal. But she's going to be all right. I found out that my mother has been taking advantage of me many, many nights while I'm deeply asleep. But there's always the captain. He's always there for me. I have ideas, though, and I have dreams, like many men do, and women. Given it's 1984, I want to spend time recording my thoughts on various sitcoms from the late 60s, such as Hogan's Heroes, Gilligan's Island, and the like, and go episode by episode with other people and break them down. It's my dream. If there's one thing I've learned from the captain, it's follow your dream. Do I hate myself? Yes. Will it probably end poorly? Yes. Do I need to live with myself? Maybe. As long as the captain's kicking, I'm going to keep kicking as well. Well, not so much kicking because of the diabetes. I've had both my feet removed. But I think you know what I mean, and I hope the listeners know what I mean as well. Captain, can you play Living Inside Myself by Gino Vanelli to make me feel a little bit better about myself and my mom and my girlfriend and my best friend? I don't know if I can read this on the air or not. And my best friend's girlfriend, who is the most miserable wench I've ever met in my entire goddamn life. She ruins every room and every situation she's in. The world is worse off because she wasn't aborted. Once again, Captain, can you play Gino Vanelli's hit for me? Signed, B. Michael. Well, B. Michael, this one's for you. A hit from just a few years ago. Living Inside Myself.
Get ready, it's time for number one.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.